Welcome to the Oddfrog Chop Shop, your one-stop podcast for all things toy, design, collectible, comic book, video game, movies, pop culture, and more. And now please welcome your hosts, Kelly Greenwood and Eddie Hermosillo.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Oddfrog Chop Shop. My name is Kelly Greenwood. That over there is my business partner, Eddie Hermosillo. And we're going to talk a little bit today about the customization of the Bandito and how we expect it to kind of work and how it's been working for us. Eddie is, brand manager and lead designer on our Chop Shop brand. And, it's just the two of us, but we're structuring it out as we go here. And I want to ask him some questions. He's been doing a lot of work on the Bandito. I want to see what parts have been difficult, what parts have worked perfectly. As you guys know, right now we're in the prototype stage. We've got prototypes. So we're just pulling them apart. We've got basically almost three prototypes going now. And we're just kind of pulling them apart and mixing and matching pieces just to see that what we built into the design throughout the last year and a half or so is actually going to function how we want it to. So that's a big part of what Eddie's been doing. And Eddie, you kind of want to just briefly give a summary of how it's been going for you, and then we'll take a look at it and ask some questions in a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. What's up, guys? Again, what's up? Well, again, like Kelly said, welcome back to another episode. So the customization of it's been a lot easier than I expected. I mean, we haven't quite developed the actual like written instructions. We know how it comes together. We've messed with it in 3D, in SolidWorks and in Rhino when Johnny sent us the files, and we've been able to manipulate certain ones to customize them to, make certain things look different, like the bumper. Like the bumper has, this piece in the middle that has our logo on it, and for customization purposes, we simply close that off and we're gonna offer that, as part of some of these unlockables that we mentioned last week. But I mean, yeah, the putting it together and whatnot, it's been easy. I mean, anybody who customizes or to the level to our market, the people we're targeting won't have any issue, taking it apart, putting it together. I mean, the chassis is in one piece. The there's there's a bottom inside and a top, or whatever the saying goes. But then we have our hoods. This is a fully custom hood that we 3D printed, and then I actually had to bondo and sand it because but yeah, it's not gonna require that level of customization once we get it to that phase. But I mean, yeah, I've enjoyed it. It plays like a model kit. It customizes like a model kit when you start taking it apart. I mean, it fits the figures perfectly. I have one of the new Ghost Riders in here. They fit well in the cars. 6.5 inch figures, but yeah, they play like model kits. That's kind of what we're trying to differentiate ourselves, the customization, the modular aspect of it. And I mean, yeah, that's where we're trying to go with our new plan and our new target. Now that we've once again gone to the drawing board for very well known circumstances. But yeah, the chop shop, that's what we're about, and that's what we're doing, man.
Eddie, can you tell us about some of the design issues that you have found that you think you'll probably change?
Yeah, for sure. So there's a lot of little minute things that that caught my eye as a designer that maybe a lot of people would know, or maybe notice, or maybe some people will notice who are car guys, or just have that attention to detail. There's certain aspect, like say for example these lines here. I like the way they're prominent in certain parts of the car, but they start to fade towards the end, and that's just a design thing that I'm not sure why, I guess I should have paid more attention. I don't know, but it's something that we were able to see more in hand once we get the prototype. So yeah, some of those lines want to be extended out. We've mentioned some of these, like the trunk. The trunk works well, but yeah, look, let me just pick it up. So the trunk works well. Yeah, so check it out. These are our custom rims. I mean, yeah, look at that thing, guys. I mean,
this is part of the.
I don't know if you're muted, but
this is trying to achieve that lowrider look, right, Eddie? And I notice you have the stock hood on there too, which is cool.
So yeah, the lowrider look. This is what you would be able to achieve when you buy the custom. I mean, so out of the box, you buy the Bandito, right? I don't know. I'm going on a tangent again, but you're talking about design. So here, design. The trunk here in the back. This part should actually be part of the trunk. I feel, because when it's actually there, it's hard to get your hand in there and open the trunk. But yeah, those are small design flaws, anyways. But yeah, this is these lines. So you should carry over. I feel it'd be, if they carried over through the door, I guess you can kind of see them. I did put in work on this body with actual Bondo and sanding it and wet sanding it multiple times. There's pictures on our Instagram. I have reels on my phone of just pictures and pictures.
And that's not because of a design flaw. Actually, I had dropped the car at one point, and Eddie got to completely rebuild it. So that's my bad.
So yeah, see, I mean, the doors come off, nice clean panels. You would get an outer panel and then the inner panel with the details, which are, again, we can address certain details. Like you see some of these details, like I feel these details could be a lot bigger just to, accentuate the details. Why not, right? Make them bigger. This slot could be a little bigger, but undercuts might, make that difficult. Maybe that's why it's so small. But, again, these are prototype phase. We're still in, even though we're taking pre-orders, the prototype phase, we go digitally, we change these certain things. And, if you guys like them, if you don't, or if you have suggestions, we can go in and do that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, Kelly. I'm just rambling, man. I tend to ramble when I talk about it, and I just go.
No, it's good. It's good. That's what we want. We just want to hear your process, I think. And when we were in the design phase of this, Eddie and I worked pretty closely together on what we thought would be cool to put in the car. Look at the car. It's pretty much Eddie's passion project here. And as we put it together, we got, Johnny involved and sent it to him. And so Johnny added a lot of engineering. And yeah, it's just been a really long process. Like we've mentioned before, it's not a 6-month turnaround thing for us. We had to go through this kind of evolution where we talked to the community and we looked at what the community was doing. We noticed all of the customization, and it kind of just occurred to us, let's make a car that is customizable right out of the box. That's what you're supposed to do with it. Yeah. So
let me grab the other one.
Yeah, that's what our main focus has been when it comes to this toy for the last year and a half. So I'm really happy to see it come together like this with our own rims and the new hood. And yeah, guys, we want to put all this in a box for you.
Can't bring a box.
Yeah, we don't have a box with us today, but we can share images of it and stuff.
So,
and then here, yeah. Let me mute Eddie and then go ahead.
Okay, so you guys have seen some of the product samples, right? It'll be more like this, a matte black. It'll come like this. It'll look more muscle car. It'll have more long, similar rims to these. It'll come with rims like these. You'll get 2 options of rims, but they'll end up looking more. These are painted because they're prototype. They'll end up looking more chromed out like these. So will certain parts of the car. Like they're gonna be electroplated chrome. But yeah, it'll be a matte black. It'll come like this, And if you pay attention to our last episode, we're now literally giving away all sorts of unlockables when we get to a certain sales amount. So, Kelly knows more of them. I'm gonna let Kelly break them down, and I'm gonna try to point them out as I go with what I have here that correlates to what those unlockables might look like.
Yeah, so guys, what we've been trying to do, we've stalled out with sales, and I think it's mostly kind of an awareness issue at this point. But we also think it is a good idea, and you guys have been with us from the beginning. We want to give something back to those of us who are there. And I realize that these don't unlock unless we get to our full 1,500. But part of the reason we're building it in there is to start momentum again. That's why we've got the tiers set the way we do, and then to also keep the momentum going after we reach our goal, and hopefully get to 2,000 where we can unlock the Gaslands kit too. So the parts Eddie's showing you here are all interchangeable, and basically it's the tier system is going to work somewhat like this. And if you can go back to our last episode, there's also, I believe, towards the beginning, we've got all the images up there, and we'll see if we can get some of those up here again this time. Or Eddie, yeah, just show them. So at 250, which we're right below that line. I mean, we're basically there with that unlock. So that's around where we're at, guys, if you're wondering. It unlocks the ability for us to send you the stock hood and a stock engine so that the hood will actually close correctly, because the hood that's coming with the base model has the blower and comes up through the blower. There it is right there. So you'd get a stock engine. And the way we can do this, guys, brainstorming with our old professors and talking with Johnny, is in certain areas on the tooling, we should be able to cap them to, you can cap the hood where the blower is for the tooling, and then we can have the stock hood option, and then we can cap parts of the engine or a part of the engine to lower that base on there too. So just looking for creative ways to start building the kits for you and including them with it so that it can function for what it's supposed to do as soon as you get it in your hands, which is customization. You don't want the blower, you want the stock hood, you've got it. You want different rims than the other guy does in different photos, you've got it. At least until we can get some momentum going with the car, when we want to offer all sorts of kits, all sorts of rims, crazy stuff, guys. I don't even want to mention stuff right now, but really fun, kind of over the top stuff, and really cool stuff where we're zeroing in on certain types of collectors and stuff like that, where you can see that with the lowrider too. And then Eddie, you want to talk a little bit about the color that the car is coming in a matte black ABS, guys, and that is the plastic. That's the actual color of the ABS. So the idea is that nice matte surface allows you to put whatever paint you want on it, and or decals. We've got decals coming too, and you can see those in some of our Instagram posts and older stuff too. But Eddie went ahead and painted this lowrider version because we saw a really cool one that inspired us to go with the Oddfrog green, as we call it. But yeah, Eddie, tell us about the painting process a little bit.
Yeah, so essentially, in the matte black, it's gonna come in the matte black finished plastic. It'll have like it won't be like a glossy, or it won't be like a sheen to it. So it should take the paint very well. All you would have to do is, apply a coat of a paint or two, and then either finish it off with some kind of sealer. That's what I did here. I applied 2 coats of the green paint right on. Ours was painted, so I mean, so there's no way of knowing exactly how it's gonna work. But the intentions of it's gonna be. I mean, yeah, it should work as according to plan. But yeah, I gave it 2 coats of the green, and then I just sealed it with a couple of shots of high gloss. And I think I want to hit it with a little bit more of the high gloss to give it more of a shine. But there's all kinds of things I wanted to try. Like somebody had suggested, like, what if you had done like a gold base paint, like a gold color base, and then with the green on top, so it kind of gave it like, I don't know, man. There's just yeah. There's all sorts of ways you can go with it, but yeah, the green, one of my favorite colors, has always been green. I don't, as you can see, obviously the garage is green, the Chop Chop logo is green, the car is green. It's all green. But yeah, I like it. Yeah, these rims are 3D printed. You know, when we start making these kits, the parts of them may start as 3D printed. Only the kits though, because they will be in a lot smaller quantities, and it takes, it takes a lot more to produce large quantities. If we want to, mass produce them, we got to do the tooling. But yeah, these rims, I think we got these rims almost to the right size. They're exactly like would scale to like a 13-inch. I mean, yeah, we'll chrome them out. The wheels will have details.
And soft rubber, right?
And they will be soft rubber like these.
Soft plastic.
Yeah. Soft plastic wheels, more like these. You know, these are the kinds of wheels we're trying to include with the kits, with the car, with more of the electroplated, chromed out rims.
I'm going to bring the camera over here.
Yeah, bring it around.
Doesn't seem like I can reverse the camera on here, which is a bummer. But let's I'll try to look over it and see if
But yeah, we have so the kits
oh yeah.
I think my mic will pick it up. There we go.
Right.
Anyways, the kits are all going to be interchangeable with all these. They are certain slots, certain components, certain aspects to the base that is going to allow our kits to just adapt and be modular to our bases, allowing it to look like a monster truck, or like a hovering vehicle with, engine parts. Like these things that you see on our Instagram are things that we've already designed. We are starting to print a lot of the pieces already ourselves with the sidekick jelly with the side gig Kelly just picked up at Otis. It gives us a lot of access to 3D printers and all kinds of stuff that we didn't have, and now we have the time to actually even put things into development. So yeah, you'll start to see the engine components, thrusters that we have that'll slide right into certain slots that we have designed under here, that you can slide things into and attach. There'll be magnetic components that allow easy attachment of the weapons, and semi-automatic and more automatic weapons. But yeah, we have this idea based on a show that's coming out, and that's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, we're trying to go with it. You gotta adapt as things happen, and yeah, we've been developing this for like well over a year and a half, going almost on 2 years, and we've encountered various obstacles, and again, first with Hasbro, and then with other companies releasing vehicles, and now we're still trying to push our idea. But now again, we're changing it. We went back to the drawing board. Now we're breaking it down more, and offering it more towards the model car collector customization. Still fits your figures, still looks great in toy photography, still has the customizability, but now there's more parts and pieces to add to that customizability, to change the whole look of the car. We're actually also going to start printing the bad van. I think we're going to start with the shell first, and we have access to a printer, and big enough to print that. So you'll see that pretty soon. But we got to get this rolling, guys. I mean, the bad van doesn't happen if we can't make something else happen. I mean, I don't. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
Well, I think the main thing is at this point, our mission is to completely reassemble the base model so that we can get it out to influencers. and we're waiting to hear back from a couple people. And I know there's some of our Instagram followers that really want to get their hands on it, and maybe we do it like that actually, and we kind of not really sure yet. We're waiting to hear back from some influencers, and we're going to be kind of setting up how we do that, or at least telling how we're going to do that fairly soon. And but yeah, so I think the main thing is we got to just have a better awareness campaign on our part. Like Eddie's mentioned before, we were both single dads, and trying to hustle and design, basically constantly in between the time when we can't do that. So we're working on the comic book, the Oddfrog comic book, and we've got some really fun ideas for how the Bandito is going to be incorporated into it, and bringing in another kind of character that Eddie's created that's going to be really fun. And yeah, it's really exciting, and it's coming along fairly smoothly. What's that?
You're talking about?
No, Jones Bones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, Jones Bones has got to come into the Oddfrog comic book, and I've got some creative ideas on how to bring him in, and he's basically going to be in the second issue. So it's which will probably end up being in like a 64-page graphic novel. So it'll be 2 issues in one. And yeah, this is where we're starting to really get to create our world here, guys.
Speaking of your world, talk about the merge.
Okay, yeah. So if you notice, I'm wearing an Oddfrog t-shirt. It's got our main logo on there. And then we've got some info on the back. Just a cool little design amongst some other kind of merch we want to do. I mean, obviously nobody knows who we are. We're not trying to be a clothing company. So basically we've just kind of set the prices in our little merch shop to make sure we can ship it for free. But we've got a cool Bandito one. We're coming out with some 112 stuff that'll be fun, coffee mugs and hats and stuff like that. It's just a matter of if any of you have been on our website, at the bottom of the shop page or the store, there's a swag shop that we've Mikey's been working on some ideas. Oh yeah, okay, swag. Mikey's has some ideas up there, and we're going to be kind of refining that and going through those and refining what we put out there in that shop and stuff like that. But it's kind of just fun right now to look at some of the ideas is basically what they are. The hat's cool. The Bandito shirt's cool. I don't think those are up there yet, but we'll put that kind of stuff up there. But yeah, so yeah, it's just, other things that we'd like to do to help kind of create awareness of our brand and, kind of the whole 112 community. But yeah, I think as far as right now that we're kind of not having to do all the hustling, and we have access to lots more equipment, we have quite a few things going on that we're going to start rolling out here pretty quick. So look for some stuff coming up, guys, that we've been working on. We've got some ZBrush models making some progress. And so, yeah, lots of stuff going on. And we just wanted to update people on the Bandito and talk about the customization process. And, I mean, if you don't mind, Eddie, I think we'll just talk a little bit more about that. So how many... Oh, you know what? I didn't even finish going through the tiers. Let's do that real quick, and you can point out the parts as we go. Duh. After that, I want to talk about like how many iterations of things you could possibly go through if we reach the 2,000. And I mean, by then, guys, if it's got some momentum, we can even start popping other kits out there because they're basically ready to go and just need to be prototyped. So first 250, once we get to 250, which is basically there, you get the stock hood and the stock engine. Then from there, once we get to 500, it unlocks the front grill without the logo. So just a standard, stock grill essentially. So if you can see that, it'll have no space in between. It'll just be a through grill. And bumpers.
A
different set of front bumper and rear bumper.
Well, the bumper's part of the grill, so yeah.
Well, I mean back one too, though. Yeah. And then at 1,000, it's all that and wheel options. So, yeah.
Like these.
Right now we got that.
One, yeah.
But
there'll be a different one. Doesn't look anything like these, but there'll be another wheel.
Yeah. And we've actually got some in post from a while back where you can see the circular ones and the darker colored ones. And then at 1,500, it's also coming with the extra parts to be able to outfit it with the lowrider. So essentially an extra stock hood. Yeah, lowrider rims. And
have the grill
and the grill.
It'll make it look like an Impala.
Yeah. So yeah, guys. And then if we have that momentum rolling, which I kind of expect we can do, if we can start getting it out into influencers' hands and where they can hold it and feel it and see what we've done. The only thing that's been holding us up, guys, is just life getting in the way and having to make money to pay bills, and then printing out parts because I dropped it and smashed it once. But the production model is going to be ABS plastic, which is a very durable plastic, and it should be able to take some abuse and some sanding and all that kind of stuff. So most of you guys customize and understand what that is. So. And then when we get to 2,000, we'd like to have the Gasland kit to put in the box. And we're talking guns.
Bigger wheels.
Yeah.
Bumpers.
Yep. Extra lights, stuff like that. So, that's our plan. And so look for us in the next few weeks to be getting these pieces all back together for the standard model. We'd like to send out 2 at a time. Put the lowrider in somebody's hands and put the standard or the base model in somebody's hands, or send them both to somebody so they can do a review on both. And you can see the difference that is pretty amazing, actually, with the one car, what you'll be able to do with it and how drastically they should be able to change. That's kind of our episode basically for today, I think. And then Eddie, did you want to close up saying anything?
Go to the website, check us out, oddfrogentertainment.com/shop will take you directly to the link. Check out our Instagrams, check out the YouTube of the episodes of the podcast. To the Oddfrog Entertainment account, the Chop Shop account. And we appreciate all the support we've gotten so far. I mean, we definitely know this is an uphill battle, starting a toy company from scratch. Most people give up within 6 months to a year, and we're still at it. We're not giving up. We're adapting. That's why we're still here. That's why we've gone to the drawing board a number of times. We're destined to see this through. This Oddfrog Entertainment with multiple brands under it. This entertainment company is definitely something we see happening. I don't know. I didn't say that quite a bit, but I do know because hold on a second. Anyways, we will see this through. I mean, things are starting to roll the right way. The cookie is crumbling, but in the right way. Or we're putting it back together. I don't know, man. But thanks for joining us for this episode. We're going on about 30 minutes now. Check out the Bandito. Check out our post. If you guys have any questions, we have time to answer questions. Reach out to us, let us know what you're thinking, and yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Absolutely, guys. And I think some of the other promotional stuff, some of the other products we got coming out in the next 4 to 5 months, as far as the comic book and some other potential toys and prototyping the Bandito, we just think we'll continue to kind of gain awareness, and hopefully it can kind of snowball a little bit as we get towards the end of it. So guys, thank you for being here with us once again. Please remember to like, rate, and subscribe, and we just appreciate you guys. Have a great week.
Thank you for tuning in to the Oddfrog Chop Shop podcast. This episode is brought to you by MLCVoice.com and OddfrogEntertainment.com. Theme music is Burlesque Heartache by RKVC. Please remember to rate and subscribe. Until next time, keep creating and keep playing.